Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to discuss chapter 11 Transportation in Animals and Plants. Students, transportation in multicellular organisms like humans is carried out through the circulatory and excretory systems. In multicellular organism, transportation carried out by circulatory system and excretory system. Today I am going to discuss circulatory system in humans and what are its important parts. Students, circulatory system consists of blood, heart and blood vessels. What it consists? Blood, heart and blood vessels. These are important constituents of circulatory system in humans. Now I am going to discuss blood. Blood is red colored fluid, all of you will know, and it flows in human body. It carries oxygen and digested food to various parts of our body. Okay, it also carries waste from our body and removes it. So blood carries two important functions. First, carry oxygen and second, removal of waste from our body. Blood is made up of two parts, plasma and cells. What? Plasma and cells. Now I am going to discuss what is plasma. Students, plasma is a yellow or grayish yellow fluid portion of the blood. Okay, plasma color is yellow or grayish yellow. Okay, it contains dissolved gases, nutrients, waste, salts and proteins. Okay, what it contains? Dissolved gases, nutrients, waste, salts and proteins. Plasma proteins helps in transporting large organic molecules. Okay, plasma, yellow or grayish yellow fluid portion of the blood. Now I am going to discuss cells. Basically, there are three types of cells which are present in blood. What they are? First one is RBCs. RBC stands for red blood cells. RBC stands for red blood cells. Its shape is biconcave disc, okay, which is filled with hemoglobin. Its shape is biconcave disc like, which is filled with hemoglobin. All of you will know that our blood looks red because of hemoglobin present in. Hemoglobin, students, combines with oxygen from the lungs to be transported to the body tissues. It also plays a key role in transporting waste carbon dioxide from the tissues to the lungs, where it can be breathed out by the human body. Okay, RBC stands for red blood cells. Shape biconcave, disc-like shape, which is filled with hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, red color. Okay, now I'm going to discuss WBC. WBC stands for white blood cells. It provides immunity to the body against diseases and infections. They are far less in number than RBCs, but their number increases when some infection occurs in human body. There are many kinds of WBCs. Third one component is platelets. If someone's get a cut and blood starts coming out, what happens after some time? The bleeding automatically stops and the cut's covered with dark red clot. This is due to the presence of type of blood cells called platelets. Platelets are small, colorless, cell-like structures. Small, colorless, cell-like structures. Together, whenever any cut will be occur in human body, they release substances that cause the formation of a mesh-like structure that traps blood cells. This results plug seals the leak and prevents further blood loss. Okay, my dear students, today I will discuss important parts of circulatory system. First part, blood. Tomorrow you will get your next video.